Hello everybody. We are back with the Switch Sports Golf Pro League, the final week of Season 5. We play 4 weeks. Every week you can play 2 rounds. They're at set times. There are set start times each weekend, multiple ones, so that we can accommodate people in different time zones and different schedules. But we're playing 2 18-hole rounds, and over the course of the season, over the 4 weeks, we accumulate up to 8 total rounds, and our best 3 scores count. The cats have heard me start talking, and now they're, I don't know, they're starting up. They're starting their thing. For those of you who have been there before, who have been here before, the cats love when I'm on camera. It's time for them to start messing around with everything. All right, let's get started here on the first with, okay, 2 miles an hour, middle right pin. Not a bad look here. Hello, Zen. Ah, yes, and everybody over on that platform, L70, Tamor, Animali, PJHV. What's up, everybody? It's time for the Pro League. Let's try to do well here in the final week. Okay, I think we can use the 9, and that's going to be my play. Yeah, let's do that. I'll hit it up there with about, we'll call it that much power, I think. Let's see. Just a little more than usual. Is that going to make it? It doesn't look ideal. It's going to have to get a good rollout. Oh, and it's going to be an inch short. 0.3 feet right on the line. You want to make that on the first hole. This, for those just joining here, this is the Pro League. This is the Switch Sports Golf Weekend Shotgun League with all of, or a lot of the best players in the game. Many of the best are here playing. So this is kind of like out of the usual streaming schedule, but it's definitely a fun stream. And, ooh, wow, we've seen a lot of close calls. I don't know if we've had any makes yet. There's one for sure. Who was that with a nice make? Rick. Rick with a no-doubter right in the middle. Perfect speed. Beautiful shot, Rick. Are we going to see any more here? Or just the one eagle from Rick? That one looks pretty good. It'll just miss on the right side, though. Both lobs are pretty stacked tonight. I think this is... So this is flight number 3. So it's the third, time that you could start these 2 18-hole rounds this weekend. And it looked like this was the most populated one. There might be 3 different lobbies of a couple players going. So it's up to 8 per lobby. So we have at least 16, I think, playing right now in this league. I can actually, now that we're done with the first hole, pull up our team. So this is the Breakers, Team CBTV. Actually, that rank isn't accurate. I think we're down to 6th now, but that's our score, and those are all of our scores. I can pull up the team rankings, which are live updating here. So we are indeed in 6th place with that minus 256. So those are each of our best 3 scores for our 4 players added up. And we got some fighting back to do in this final week here. We'll see if we can get some low scores. My scores to beat are 23, 22. 24 was pretty good. I'll take a 24. I'm trying to beat that 23 or 22. Let's see if we can pull it off here in the early going. We had a good look at the first hole and just missed it. And now we'll have another good look here at this one. So what do we have? Right about there looks pretty good, I'd say. We'll take the 5 with about that much power. And I think that's a pretty good looking shot. That should move a good amount left. That'll land in a great looking spot. Oh, it'll hit the flag though. No, that got blocked by the flag. That was absolutely perfect if it didn't hit the flag. Oh man. I mean, it's tough to say if it is absolutely perfect, but that's exactly the right landing spot. It's just like, when the wind is going that way, or when the wind is like in the direction of the, in the opposite direction of the slope. So, like, if it's on the left side of the green, sloping left, and the wind is pushing left, it just blocks that shot. So just another tap and birdie. 2 super close calls. 2 shots that were 99.5% accurate. That one just clips the flag. The first one ends up an inch short. It's 2 birdies. I mean, this Pro League has not had a lot of good breaks for me. I mean, my scores have been okay. It's been a battle to get to them. I'd like to do better, and I think I can do better. We're going to need some help from number 1, the conditions, and number 2, getting some good bounces. I'll take flag shots all day. I mean, it drops it next to the pin. It's a tap in from there, but it's just a little disheartening to not see that fall. Because, I mean, if it doesn't hit the flag, that's spinning back and it's on the perfect line. You want to land that like 3 feet left of it. That's exactly what I did. Bounce it on the left side of the pin and spin it back. It just, on one bounce, doesn't usually go in when it's on the proper line on that hole 2. Let's try our best here on hole 3 to make one. 0 wind, right pin. This one's an opportunity. It's not the easiest shot of all time, and we'll end up a little shorter than I'd like. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. What do we have to do? I think we'll zoom in nice and close. We have to move this just like a touch to the left, like right about there. And then we'll hit it up there with the wedge. Probably about that much power. Let's try that out. Okay, I like that start that it's on, and it'll make it. All right. Whew, I thought that might end up a little bit short. That would have been a disheartening 3 in a row, but we make it. It just sneaks in there on those couple of bounces on hole 3. All right. Will we see any more here? That's a close call from Duncan. A lot of people ended up in the bunker here, perhaps going for the spin play or a little bit of roll up. We saw a couple different approaches to it. Okay, it looks like it's... Who else is hitting? Logan. And we've got Nop, also a great streamer of this game. Still to finish this hole here. Any chance we see an Albatross today? I'd like to. That would be a fun thing to see. Albatrosses have not been frequent in this Pro League for really anybody. But, you know, it was actually minus 24 was the best score anyone had, and that is infrequent up until last week. Like, usually every week you see like a 26 or something like that, or like a 27, or even better sometimes. But for the first 2 weeks, the best score anybody had in an 18-hole round was a minus 24. And last week we saw a couple good scores. I did not have my best. I mean, I had 2 hard-fought, you know, good rounds. I just didn't have the conditions to make the hole-outs that you need to end up with, you know, mid-20s, high 20s under par. How do you zoom in so close? It's a Switch accessibility feature. So it's built into the Switch. You can set it up to double tap the home button, and that allows you to get that nice super zoom. All right. Can we make one here? This would be nice. We'll send it up there. That looks like it's on a good start. If that rolls back... Oh, it's going to move a little too far to the left. Just a little bit too far that way. Imagine 2 albatrosses. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll maybe think about that once the first one falls. If the first one falls. Just another tap-in birdie. We've had 1 make, 3 tap-ins. I'd be a little surprised if we didn't see any aces here from this group. Ooh, there's a really close call. Is that Duncan, who has been... Wait, who was that? Who's got the pink ball? Can't really see. Oh, was it Nop? There's what looks like a make. Oh my goodness, Dylan. How does that lip out? How long have I been live? This is hole 4, so I've been live for a little less than 10 minutes as we're getting started here. Man, oh man, there have been a lot of close calls on this hole 4. You know, light wind, but it's a sneaky pin. You know, the landing spot is very inconsistent. If you catch different parts of the green, it, you know, rolls back differently, bounces up there differently. If you get hole... I've actually never made an albatross on hole 5. So if we get the tailwind... Which, you know, in this league so far, we haven't had, like, there's a couple of good conditions that you really want to see. Like, there's the ace, Logan, with a very nice ace. Like I said, I would have been surprised if we didn't see one. We see one from Logan there, and a very nice shot. What's up, Noel? Welcome back here. We're about to see one of those key conditions that I was talking about. What you get on hole 5. Hole 5 can be an eagle opportunity. Hole 5 can be an evil one sometimes. We haven't had nice conditions on 5. We haven't had nice conditions on hole 9. I don't think at all in the in this league so far, in this month of this league. When's the new season start? I think we're starting it up at the beginning of the new year. So this is the last one for a couple weeks. Just because most people... we don't get the best condition here. But it's fine. Most people are probably going to be, you know... Or a lot of people are going to be traveling. Myself included. And maybe not able to play a whole bunch. Are we going to hit... Oh, we'll hit the rough first. I'm going to lose a little distance. It's not the worst, though. Better to hit the rough than to hit the tree. We'll end up in a decent spot, but not ideal. And like I said, we have not had the nicest conditions. I mean, you have a relatively low chance of getting the tailwind on 5. It's just a probability thing. And it just hasn't happened in this league. Or in this, you know, season of this league. Very respectfully, I can't tell if you're 22 or 30. I'm in the middle. I am something like that. That's what I'll give you. Okay, please make it up there. There we go. There's a nice one. Not the easiest chip in on 5. I actually didn't think about it too hard, and that kind of helped. I was just kind of, you know, playing pure feel there and just let it happen, and it worked. How many hours do I have in this game? I haven't checked in a little while, but it's probably a lot. Last I checked was probably like a month ago. It was like 600 something. I think... Is Sensei... Sensei, I think at one point was signed up to play in this flight with us. I don't like answering that question because I don't think I can give you a good answer. I mean, we've tied more often than any of us have won in our matchups. It's always fun when we're actually playing each other, so it's just, you know, out there. This game seems too easy. Play PGA 2K25. I like this game. This is my favorite game. I don't know if I'd like PGA as much. And it's also a very fun community on this game. The people who play it are a lot of fun. And I'm playing with a lot of, you know, the regulars that we play against right now. Okay, I think we've had 2 eagles so far through 5. So we're a nice 7 under through 5. The front 9 has given me trouble with trying to push super far under par. Actually, in the second game, I think, last week, if I remember right, I had 3 eagles, if you like, you know, eagle, ace, eagle to start on the first 3 holes, and then it just went downhill from there. Not in terms of, like, play, but, like, just the way that the winds and everything went. Like, it was impossible to make any more after that, so hopefully we have, you know, a pretty good looking start here, and hopefully we're able to continue it this week. Okay, we've got a good look here at hole 6. I mean, as far as hole 6 goes, this is one of the better looks. We'll send this one down there to that short fairway. Hawk will be on tomorrow. I was considering whether I wanted to play it tonight or Sunday morning. I ended up going with tonight. And so far, so good. I mean, this has been a nice first game. Is this my first game? It is, yes. Alright, let's aim this one to probably about there, right? We'll hit it with, like, just the 5-iron. Maybe like that much power. Let's see.
Nice shot.
I think that's decent. Yeah, it's going to be a little too far, I think. It'll zip back, but not far enough. And now we've got a little side hill putt, but it's not too bad. Just a little too much juice on that one. Oh, that one's real close. That was a close call from Anagram/Mr. E. Let's send this putt up there carefully, a little over that dot of power. Should be what we need, and we'll sink it nicely. Ooh, Nop has hit the flag. Nop touched ones. Oh, and bounced off to the side. That's a tough break. How do I read the wind? It's more so about, like, not like math necessarily or anything, but just kind of, you know, getting the feel for how each individual hole kind of works. That's a great looking shot. Oh, Dylan has had, I think, 2 of those now. Those super close calls. I think he lipped one on 4, if I remember right. Speaking of lips, wow, a lot of close calls there. Nop hitting the flag, Dylan just burning the edge. Looks like Logan lipped out. A lot of it is about just kind of knowing each individual hole and how the wind tends to react there. Because you play the same holes over and over. Randy says use wedge. Hello, Duke. If Duke tells me to use the wedge here on hole 7, we might just have to do it. What would that be? Like wedge driver, full driver onto the green? Is that even possible? Should we pull Randy up on stream? He's always at the ready. Ooh, okay, not the best looking condition here. Let's see what it actually is, though. 13 miles an hour, pushing kind of just in the face a little bit. It's not too bad. Let's see, let's just send this one up there. With about that much power. And that should put us in a spot where we can make a good decision. I just don't think the spoon is going to be the play here. Because we have to aim it to the right, and that tree on the right is huge. So I'm thinking we'll have to go 3-iron. And when we use a 3-iron, we'll have to aim it a good amount out that way. I think that's pretty good. Probably hit it with, like, that much power, I'd guess. Let's see. Let's see. A little over 3.5 is going to be my guess. With that slight wind in the face. That should take a big bounce. Oh, and we'll see. That's going to be a good leave. That's pretty perfect. Tough make there with the 3-iron. Tough to put that one close, but we'll get a good read on that. This is not regular ranked. It's not like for the ranked league, but it is for a separate and pretty equally competitive, I guess, league within the same Discord server. So this is like a team league. If I quickly pull up my team captain is CBTV. We are the Breakers, and those are my 3 best scores. So CB is 1 better than me. We're actually pretty solid here if I go back to my main one and then pull up the team ranking. So the Breakers are right in the middle. We were top 3 for a little bit, and we're kind of, you know, we can get back there, I think. Like, I think all of us are capable of putting up better scores than we have. It's been tough. This season has been tough. But there's always 1 week left and 2 more games to play, including this one, where we can get those scores lower. Is Randy an app or something I made? Oh, it's he's just a simple bot that I made. He's my robot caddy, for those of you who were not on the stream earlier. Okay, so in this flight, I'll have the overall one-shot lead, but we are more so playing against our own scores. Just because there are so many different flights each weekend. You're just trying to get the lowest score possible. Move on to hole 8, and it looks like we'll have a pretty decent looking condition here. What's it going to be? Ooh, 17 miles an hour. Maybe a little bit too much juice on this wind, but I don't know. Let's see. Do we want to go spoon? I think spoon is the play. With like that much power. Yeah, just a little downwind. Hopefully that flies up there nicely. That should kick to the right just a little bit. Oh, that's too much. Oh, hold the green, hold the green. It's not going to hold the green. Okay. Ugh. Hole 8, man. What do we have to do? Aim this to, like, there. Hit it with, like, almost 2 dots, I think. Oh, is that going to do it? Oh, that doesn't move left enough? That looks like it's like a pretty pure side hill. I don't know. Ugh, tough one. Okay. You know, we had a good start. I just didn't quite know what to do with that wind. Maybe that was a... Oh my goodness. Whose shot was that? That is absurd. Rick, my goodness. That is probably the closest I have ever seen a shot to falling and not actually going in. That is absurd. Oh man, this hole. I mean, this was a tough one. Just in general. We see a bunch of good birdies. I guess spoon was the play. I'm just not super familiar with this. A lot of the spoon plays. Like a lot of the times when people hit the spoon, I still tend to hit like 5-iron or something like that. This one though, I mean, maybe I could have gone for like a backspin. Even with the backspin leaves you like 30 feet short if it doesn't fall. Or you still end up kind of over the back. So it's just difficult. The spoon I do think was the play. I just got the power wrong. There's a very nice putt from Nop. Fantastic putt. I shot a -18. Any tips to improve? I mean, if you're making a -18, clearly you've got the right the right thing going. I do think it's just a matter of, you know, you have to get lucky. Like you have to have like a 99th percentile luck round in order to get your own personal best. And then just like getting more familiar with like the pin positions and like how to make shots from the fairway. Which isn't like, I don't know. It's not something that's like a technical thing. It's more so just figuring out how each pin and stuff like that works. Yeah, the wind does make a difference. It makes a huge, huge difference in the type of score you can get. Whew, okay, we're a little further back than I'd like to be here. What do we want to do? Do I want to hit the little hook shot? I think I'll hit the little hook shot. Pretty much full, and that should just end up nicely on the left side. If we end up in the rough, that's totally fine. Yeah, that's where we'll end up. And we can just hit a little bounce up there shot. It's this pin again. This pin, I feel like we've seen every single time in this league. It's not a fun one. It's not a fun pin to try to bounce up there. What do we have to do? Should I use like the 3 and just kind of give it like a little glidey spin? Let's try that. Like 2 point... that much dots of power. Let's see. We'll try to glide spin that up there. That looks pretty good, actually. Oh, it's going to take a big bounce, roll back, and that'll end up way below the hole. Okay. From that, you know, really, really tough distance with the 3 dots, I just didn't know what the proper play was. And now, like I said, that was some light spin, and we're 23 feet below the hole with another tough putt. How do you spin it like that? I didn't mean to. It just happens on this pin. Please go in. Please go in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't even know. That didn't deserve to go in. I was begging it to. I didn't think it actually would. Wow. Dylan again. Right on the pin. And I mean, that's why that pin is so tough, because the bounce up there is quite difficult. Like, you have to deal with barely carrying the bunker. If you clip the bunker, you're in trouble. If you bounce it too far, that's like an impossible putt from the back of that green. If you hit the fringe, you end up all the way like 20 feet back. So there's just not a whole lot you can do sometimes with that one. Dylan will make a more straightforward putt than I did from that spot. I'm not exactly sure how people get the light spin consistently. I've tried it many times, and it just doesn't quite work very well for me. So whenever I go for spin, I always go for max spin, and I was hoping there that just hitting it a little over, like 2 dots to an uphill green would make that kind of glide to a stop. Didn't happen. Rolled back 30 feet. Okay, so through 9, I think we're at 10 under, which, I mean, is fine. It's not the greatest pace, and we were 1 shot better. We just missed one on 8. fringe putt after bouncing off the back of the green. There's a nice putt from Nop. That was a good putt. So we'll be tied with Rick at 10 under through 9. And you know when you're tied with Rick and it doesn't feel like you're doing great, it was a pretty difficult, not the greatest seed. It started off pretty good. I mean, my pace through 5 was 7 under. And then through 9, it just didn't do anything. Like, you know, 6 was fine, somewhat makeable. 7 was just a birdie, not much of an eagle chance there. 8 was weird. 9 wasn't much of a birdie chance. So we didn't get the tailwind on 9. We are now 7 for 7 on not getting that tailwind. I mean, you have like a 1 in... maybe like a 1 in 4-ish chance of getting it. So it's a little unlucky, but it's not like absurd bad luck. Just got to try our best here to make a few shots on the back. I think we got to hit it with like that much power. Aim to like right where we have it, I think. Let's zoom in and take a look. Just got to go a little bit right of that, I think. Yeah, maybe like right about there is what I want to do. We'll hit it up there with 3.7, 3.8 dots of power.
Nice shot.
And I think that's going to miss left. Barely, barely left. Oh, man. 2 eagles from Anagram and Duncan. Nice eagles there. I'll just miss that one. I think that's just miss number 4. But, I mean, you're going to have a bunch of just misses in a round. It's just a matter of, you know, if 3 of them fall and 2 of them don't versus 2 of them fall and 4 of them don't. We're right on it, which means we're playing well. Just got to hope that a couple more of those fall. So it looks like we'll have a little group at the top now. Rick and I, who were in first place, have made the birdies. Dylan with a chip in. I think we'll have a 5-way top, or a 5-way tie in first place. Late night stream it is. We're playing at a slightly different time this week. This one often works for me. I've played this a couple times. This, for me, Friday night time for this Pro League. Oftentimes Sunday morning works better. But tonight we're playing on Friday, so it's a double stream day. Looks like it's just Logan still finishing up here, so we'll have a very, very packed group. I think that's now 5 people in first place. Just on like a pretty good pace, 1 better than birdie golf. My best score in competitive mode is minus 25. My best in 1-player mode, which is considerably easier a lot of the time, is minus 27. Oh, so it's only a 3-way tie at the top, so only Duncan joins us. How many different holes does this game have? It has 21 total, so there's the standard 18, and then 3 extras, and that's all we play, but I really like it that way. I have a lot of fun with it. Okay, what do we have to do here? How is this going to fly? I think we'll have to aim it to roughly there, I want to say. Let's try it. Probably slightly more than 3 dots is what we'll need. Or like the top of the 3rd dot. That's what I wanted to do. Now let's see if we get the result. It looks decent. It'll miss left though, so that kicks a little bit to the left when it starts approaching the pin. It was on a great line. It was right on it. Oh man, another lip out. There have been so many close calls from everybody in this game, and the percentage of them that have not fallen, as it feels like is typically the case in this Pro League, is just diabolical. So many close calls. Everybody's right on the pin, but they just don't seem to want to go in. Spoon, I understand that the spoon is probably the right play there. I just can't do it on this green. I launch that spoon off the back of the green way, way too often. Oh, there's an ace. There is an ace from Rick, who will now take the overall lead. Oh, and Dylan. Wow. Dylan finally gets one to fall. Did he make one fall last time too? Was that 10 and 11 for Dylan? Sometimes the second game on the 9 p.m. flight exhausts me. That's understandable. That's it's a long 2 games. At first it was a grind, but I'm a little more used to it now. Kind of used to playing an hour and a half straight. Maybe I'm not as nervous as I used to be when I first started, just because it was like brand new and it's a little intense, and it's also the only team game at that point that I was playing, but I have more fun with it now. Now it's a little less nervy.
Nice shot.
Okay. Firing up this game now. I definitely... It seems like it's fun for people to play along. Ooh, that reaches almost all the way to the end. I did not think that would. Ooh, that was close. But, whew, okay. If you want to fire up the game, absolutely. People seem to enjoy playing along, and I think that's a lot of fun. Let's try our best to hit a good shot here. Ooh, hopefully that's not too far. I think that's pretty good, actually. It's not going to be a make, but it'll zip back, and that'll be a fine leave just a couple of feet away for that eagle. It was an albatross opportunity, not the easiest one. It was a bit of a guess on the power, a bit of a guess with the adjustment. You know, I'm not exactly sure how this part of the green moves, where it's going to bounce to exactly. I'm actually not sure if I've really ever albatrossed this pin. But it's a fine eagle pin, especially with that tailwind and that 3-iron play. I did what I needed to there. It worked nicely. We'll take the eagle. The spoon... Oh yes, the spoon is the hybrid. I don't know why they call it the spoon. It's a hybrid. Or... I guess you could also call it the 3-wood. It kind of acts more like a 3-wood than a hybrid. How do you get the backspin? You stop your swing right at the bottom. Or before where you hit the button to start it, ideally. Do I golf IRL? I do. Decent. I'm pretty good. I don't play much anymore. I used to play competitively in like high school and such. You gotta show me how to hit that long dog leg. Oh, that one's coming up in 2 holes. If we get good conditions, I'll go for it. Barely able to keep up with all the streams we got going. There's a lot of streamers on tonight. It's a lot of fun. We got Nop streaming. I think there's probably some people in the other lobby. Are you on? Are you online, Rick? Rick, the overall leader of this lobby, is currently in the chat. Yeah, we're on pace, I think, in this ranked season. For those watching, maybe like the VOD or something, I'm talking with multiple platforms at once. There is, I think we're on pace for about 6,000 total matches in the ranked league this season between everybody, which is pretty absurd. That's a fun number to be reaching.
Nice shot.
Okay, I think that's a good looking... Ooh, too far left. That's fine, though. That'll roll back, and that'll be a fine birdie. Just overcooked the adjustment.
Nice one.
We got 3 streamers. Okay, so Rick is streaming. So we have 3 streamers in this lobby. Oh, there's a make. Nop. What a hole-in-one. Fantastic shot there. That's a tough one, too. 13-mile-an-hour crosswind, and it just kind of beautifully zips by the pin, comes to a stop, and rolls back, smacks it right in the middle and drops. No doubt about that one. Is Dylan also streaming this? So we have 4 streamers in this lobby. I didn't actually take a look at, you know, the streamer. Ooh, close one, Logan. Wow. I didn't look at who was actually streaming here. Oh, Dylan is streaming. So we got Dylan, Nop, Rick, and myself. So half of this lobby is currently on stream. Wow, what a close call from Rick there. Rick is making every effort to widen the gap. The shots across the board just don't seem to want to fall in this lobby. The proportion of them that are lipping out and ending up right on the edge or just like moving slightly too far in one direction is pretty wild. But Nop will make the nice hole-in-one there. That'll push him to 14 under with that group through 13. I'm still 1 shot back of Rick, who's at 16 under. So I feel like this pace has been the exact pace every single week of this shotgun season. Like, you can end up with a decent round. It's just tough to do anything special. And here we go. We get a good condition on this hole 14. And you just have to aim it through. There's a little triangle in the trees that we're aiming for. So we're going to try to hit that. Got to take a little off of it. But if you hit it with like that much power and let it push left. Ooh, that may cut it a little close, but I think it's okay. Oh, it's not okay. Oh, that's so close to being perfect, and it's just the opposite of... Oh, you're kidding. Tree directly in the way. Oh, man. You know, we're going to have to go for probably a chip-in. There's just not a whole lot you can do from here. I think we can launch it up, and we'll end up in the fairway, and that's about the best I could hope to do, I think, from there. We'll have a good look at it. Let's see if we can pull it off. Probably just have to aim it to, like, there. Oh, did someone just make that albatross? Anagram, I think, just made it. Hang on. Albatross for anagram, what a shot. Fantastic one there. I've got a tough one to save. Let's see if I can pull it off. That looks decent. Oh, I lip it out. That is not what you want to be doing.
Nice approach.
Oh, I hit that. I hit like the last inch of that tree. And, you know, the tree physics don't allow it to glance off of it. Like, if you hit the tree at any speed, with any angle, it just bounces right down. Like, you don't get a bounce off the tree. It just drops. Which is a little unfortunate. Like, if you can clip the tree and bounce off of it like you would in real life, that would be okay. And that'd be kind of fun. You know, you pinball around in there. But it just drops when you hit the tree. So I'll drop a shot. Anagram with a fantastic albatross is now... Oh, there was almost another one. You know, I took a break from the game. Like, not a break, but I was on vacation for like a week. And ever since I came back, like a week and a half ago, I've had trouble with that hole 14 gap. I lost where it actually is. And I've done that more than I ever have. Just leave it among the trees, and then you have to chip it up. Try to save it with the driver. Ooh, I'll be the only birdie there. Everyone else eagles, and there's one albatross from anagram. So I'll just be at 16 under. This is not going to be the round, if this continues, where I push my score lower. We're running out of time to try to push that super far under par. We got 4 holes left. 2 of them are, you know, somewhat eagle opportunities oftentimes. And this is not the best condition. Maximum wind that just turns into crosswind when you get up there. So, I mean, could I have done better? Could I have made the birdie on 8? Yes. Could I have made the eagle on 14? Yes. That would have made me 2 shots better. I just don't know if that's beating a 23, though. And that's what I have to beat. Let's try our best here to put this one close. Probably about to there. I mean, that's a good look at it. That might kick nicely. And, oh my goodness, another super close call. Just smacking the pin. I was hoping that this would be the seed. Sometimes you just get the seed where everything seems to lighten up and, you know, you get the proper ones, you get the right conditions to try to make some shots. This one has just been battling for birdies, battling for... I mean, we had a couple holeouts in the early going, but you need more than like 2 or 3 opportunities. Granted, I can always hit better shots and give myself better chances, but I think we've had a couple end up just inches away. And a pin smack there. A couple other close calls. But it's just, I mean, that's a tough, very tough eagle. You can't be expecting to make that one. And that's the way it's kind of been. My best 18 score in shotgun. This season, we'll watch Dylan's shot here. Ooh, that looks pretty good. That might kick right and be the exact same one as mine almost. Wow. My scores this season are 24, 23, and 22. So that's what I'm looking to beat. And like the 23 and 22, those were like hard fought. Like those were some of my better rounds that I've played. Just like red wins, yellow wins, battling for birdies, making side hill putts on like tough spots. It just hasn't been easy in this ranked season. So you're hoping to catch like 1 or 2 good seeds out of the 8 rounds where you can get those nice low scores. The 24 actually was pretty good. The 24 was like a nicer seed. Also, I mean, I still played pretty well to get it, but it's just been a battle. Still got one game left after this, though. It's always a reset when you're starting a new one. And look at this. I mean, it's just tough wind after tough wind. 20 miles an hour. Like, it's one where it's not, like, the worst, but it just makes it that much harder.
Nice shot.
Just have to send that one through that gap, hit it OB, and now we just have to try to chip it up there from a long way away with a lot of wind in the face. What do we have to do here? Probably aim it. You know, I may want to bounce this up there if I can. We'll call the aim to about there. It's going to move a good amount left on the green and in the air. Let's see. I think that's decent looking. That might kick up there, roll out, and fall. Okay, that's a nice make. Not an easy one, but we'll sink it there on 16. Is it a lost cause? I don't think so. It's always fun to make those shots, even if we're not going to be necessarily improving our score here. It's fun to make those shots. Did Duncan just make it too? Oh man. Oh, that's Duncan right there. Duncan hit the flag, and it looks like bounced back. So that was not an easy 16. You can't be relying on an eagle there, but sometimes you get a lucky one, and that's that's what happened there. That's going to be... this is a tough one to spin back to, because with the wind in the face and the further shot, the spin bites so hard. And it's just a very, very slopey part of the green. It's so tough to tell exactly what it's going to do. Ling just went minus 25. Wow. Great game to Ling. Was that in the other lobby? Ling is on the carrots, I believe, right? How is that going to affect the carrots, who are right behind us? They're not... I mean, there's a bit of a gap in the rankings, but the place behind us. So now we got the carrots coming back from behind with Ling putting up a great score. I think Ling's on the carrots. There have been a couple people all over every single one. Oh my goodness. That was so close to being an eagle. And I mean, this green and this pin spot is so slopey. That's a tough break for Logan there. I was saying everybody's been all over all these pins constantly. Like, there's a couple players who are noticeably, like, right on the edge of all of them. What is the name of my team and who's on it? We are the Breakers. So I'm on the Breakers. We got my captain, CBTV, Emmanuel, who I think is playing right now. I'll have to check and see how he did, if he is playing. And then we got Boogeyman. So we got a fun team. Wind in the face on 17. Why not? Why not wind in the face? It's just always what you don't want to see in this pro league. Just, you know, hole after hole, you seem to get those not so great conditions. We'll launch it up there. We'll still have to chip, though. Okay. Yeah, I'll want to chip this and not putt it, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get another good chip to fall. That looks... Oh, not even close. Okay. It's just tough. How come you're not on Rick's team? I don't know. That's just how it all went. I think we are doing like a redraft in the coming season. I'm not exactly sure. Ooh, a lot of chip-ins. That's 2 at least. This is not an easy one. No one can reach the green, I don't think. I came about as close as you could. That's 3 chip-ins at least. Wow. So many close calls there. Or not close calls. Makes another chip-in. Dylan. It should be said, this is not at all an easy one. And at least half the lobby has made a birdie despite not being able to reach the green. Unless, is that Rick's birdie? Oh, Rick was able to reach the green. How did he do that? I mean, I hit the slope and launched and still didn't make it up. And Rick ended up like 10 feet by me. Another make, anagram. everybody is all over this one. That's incredible. That might be, hole 17, wind in the face, and I might be the only non-birdie. And that's not an easy pin. That's a pin on a side slope. And the slope is not consistent. It is flatter in front, slopes more as you get up to it. Okay, so I'll be one of 2 pars there. And I'll remain at minus 19. So this is not going to be my round. This is not the round to push to a low score. And it seems like that's kind of the case across the board. So we're 2 shots back of the lead now. But wow, what a great couple of shots to save those birdies on what has been another very, very difficult round in this Pro League.
Nice shot.
Rick is indeed the GOAT. Nop's short game is very strong. Nop has among the best short games in this game. All right, we got one more chance here. One more tough look before this round ends and we can finally move on to the next one. I'm just looking forward to the next one now to try to improve upon that score. These seeds in this thing have just been absolute battles. Just one shot after another of trying to, even something like that. Like, I clipped the fringe, and now I'm off the back of the green, despite landing or hitting that a little shorter than I wanted. That went so far. This has been difficult, this round, to say the least. But I think I handled it pretty okay. Obviously not my best game, and wow, I can't put the ball... That's 2 of the back 9 par 5s now that have been difficult enough. I mean, I should have made it. I should not have hit the tree on 14, but that's now 2 birdies on the back 9 par 5. So like I said, I had a great start, 7 under through 5, but I was saying at that point, like, I've had that a couple times in this thing, and, previous wins are not at all a guarantee of future wins. And after hole 5, it just got so difficult. I studied that one so much. 13 to 17, aimed right at the fringe. Oh! Ooh, 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 ooh. Was that an albatross? Dylan with a chip in. Was that? I think that was an albatross. That is absurd. So in these past 2 holes, we have seen some of the best shots you'll ever see. Just a chip after chip with a tough hole 17 condition. And then Dylan making the albatross there. Wow. Is there a tournament to see who the single best player is in the world, or is it, there are like major tournaments every year, kind of like in real golf. So there are occasional, I think 3 or 4 a year, like big tournaments that are solo. Another one is coming up soon, the World Open. They all have slightly different formats, but the goal of them is to determine who is the champion of that one. And, if you win enough, you kind of get called the best player in the world. Dylan absolutely deserved that. Dylan has been right on every single one of these. And we'll happily give him the albatross. And a congratulations for the nice albatross on hole 18. 23 under is where Dylan's going to be. Rick is going to be at 23 under. So 23 under is the leading score of that round. Not an easy one. I mean, 23 being the leading score means that it's a pretty difficult seed, especially with the the lobby that we have here. Like, these are all top 5, top 10 players in the ranked league. And it's just been... I mean, 23 means it's a grind. Like, you have 2 shots and you're working for birdies on most of them. Because, like, the standard is, like, 9 under through 9, 12 under through the back 9. So, 21 if you make the back 9 par 5s, if you get good conditions and, no hole outs on any of them. 21 is kind of the gold standard of you did pretty well. And 23 means that it's like, the good players had some pretty good rounds, but overall it was pretty difficult. That was a hard-fought one. Seed was not easy. I feel like I've said that every single one of these, what do you call it? Every single one of these tournament games so far, but that's kind of how it's been. Like, you play enough games, you usually see a variation of seeds. You can call the ones that are tough, and you call the ones that are easier. And I don't think I've been exaggerating too much, that this has been an absolutely brutal seed-wise Pro League season. We got another chance, though. It's always another chance. We'll see if we can get some good shots in this game, too. 20 under. I mean, even if I made 3 more shots or 2 more of those shots, like, you know, I missed a chip on 17, missed a putt on 8 from the fringe, and they weren't easy ones. Like, they weren't necessarily bad misses, but even those 2 shots means that I'm not improving my score. So I need to mentally reframe and move on to the next game because, like, 20 was fine there. 20 under par is fine there. Is this going to be the one where we get like a 26? We'll call it that. We're going to get a 26 here, okay? Or maybe better. Maybe we'll get like a 29. Like a 33. This is indeed a night sesh. We are playing, at least where I am, the Friday night flight of this Pro League. Are we doing any sort of shuffling around here, or are we had 8 last game and now we have 7. Are we doing any shuffling? Doesn't look like it. Oh, is Mr. Hawk joining? Ah, he's in my chat. If he's joining, we may be waiting on 1. And for those watching, this is, like, it's an open league, but if you're not in, like, the Discord at the time that I'm live or anything like that, I highly recommend joining the Discord first. There's a lot going on in there. It's kind of confusing when you first join, but everything is pretty well laid out if you're reading through, like, the rules and, you know, the how everything works. So it is kind of an open league, but I'd recommend getting familiar with the server first if people are looking to join it. Does YouTube tell me what most concurrent viewers I've had each stream? I think I get a report at the end. I have like third-party software that my main purpose of it is to be able to read everything at once. But I do have third-party software that sends me a report at the end, which is pretty nice. Oh, we got MH joining. Okay, there's 2 Hawks possible. There's Hawk in my chat, who's also like, Hawk is in these leagues. And then there's Mike Hawk, who's hopping in here, I think. Oh, are we waiting? It looks like AP13, another... Actually, AP13, who I'm playing against this weekend in the World Cup, hint, hint, coming up, is looking to join here. So we may have AP13 and my teammate from the World Cup. Or, yeah, that's right. AP13, my opponent, and MH, my teammate. Kind of a sneak peek at the matchup for tomorrow, or I think I'll have the video out by Sunday morning. Rare, full legal name drop, Mike Hawk. Aiden, what hole from 1 to 21 is your favorite? I'm going to have to go with, you know, my answer to this recently has been hole 7. And I like hole 7. I think it's a difficult one for sure. I think there's a lot of possibilities and, you know, a lot of weird things that can happen. But overall, I think hole 7 gives me an advantage. Because a lot of times you see pars on that one. It's not the most birdieable hole a lot of the time, and I think I handle it pretty well. That is going to be a good match. So the World Cup coming up is going to be me and MH, who's here, facing Cress and AP13. For those of you who have watched some of the fuller videos and the lead up to the World Cup, the qualifier tournament, this is a rematch of the final round of USA qualifying. So me, MH, Cress, and AP13 played just like a 4-person stroke play match, you know, to see who was on what team for United States in the World Cup. And now we are on the C and D teams, and we have matched up against each other in the first round of pool play. It took like a random, like the randomness of the draw is what allowed that. Like it wasn't like we were set up to play each other. It's just kind of funny that that actually happened. I think we should be ready to go here pretty soon. One of the things about streaming these, especially like in the ranked league in this, is that there is a lot of shuffling that happens between games, just because we're trying to make sure everyone's in order, everyone gets to play, and you know, people are kind of fairly matched. In this case, there's not like matchmaking like in the ranked league, but here we're making sure that everybody has a spot, and I think we actually have 17 players, which makes it a bit weird because we have to have 3 different lobbies, but none of them can really be full, so it's difficult to tell who has to go where. Especially when we don't have like ELO ratings to matchmake based on. Oh my goodness, another lobby is already on hole 6 out of 18 in the second game. How long's it been since we finished the first one? Kind of a while. I've been on for 55 minutes and we've played 18 holes. I guess that's not far from usual though. Usually this is like an hour and a half, but this is a lot of shuffling going on between the two games. What's a normal conversation starter you have for people while at work? I don't know. I try not to have, I don't know, set conversations. Like I work at a bar, which is very interesting, and it's I definitely love absurdity. I just love saying things to people. Not like in a, you know, in a bad way or anything like that, but just hit people with things they're not expecting to hear, and it's fun. A lot of the people I work with tend to like that too, so it's a good time. How do you spin so much? It's all about where you stop the swing in relation to where you start it. So you can like jolt your club to a stop at the bottom all you want, but if you're hitting the reset button, like the top button when you swing, if you're setting that too far back and you're stopping your swing like around that point, it's not going to give you the big spin. You do have to like start it in front of you a little bit and then make sure you're stopping this the swing well behind it. Where do you go to get codes for the shotgun games? Not sure how, but I need to know for the one tomorrow. Oh, they're in the there's no like official place for them, but it's like all the shotgun chats are kind of like the ranked chats. Like, they're kind of just sent within the chats, whoever wants to host there. Feel that way too. I think it's because 1, you learn. Number 2, you probably won't see that person again. Oh, it's like with coworkers. So people that I see all the time. Customers, I'm, you know, pretty professional too, I'd say. Unless, of course, like, I know them. Okay, we're getting started here. Whole game 2. We've got a different lobby this time around. It looks like we have 6 players, unless somebody joined at the very last. Okay, we have 6. The number's on my screen. I was trying to remember how many we actually had. The numbers in front of me. Wedge. Hello, welcome back, Elite Relic. Should we let Randy play in the Pro League? Okay, we got Logan, MH, Dylan, Nop, and Anagram. So no hint, no sneak peek at the matchup tomorrow, but MH and I, my teammate, will be playing here. And we'll try our best to make a good score here in the final round of this Pro League season. This is week 4, the final week. I've got to try to beat 22 or 23 or 24. Must do better than 22 in order to improve upon my score. As I've said throughout this ranked season, if you're watching only these videos, it probably just sounds like I'm complaining about the seeds all the time, but it has been pretty brutal. We'll see if we can get a better one here. I promise if you watch my other videos and other streams and stuff, it's not always like this. It just seems like it's always like this in the ranked league, or in the Pro League. Let's see, that looks decent, but not like a make. Just a near miss on the right side. Why does it not show rank on the entry screen? Because this is in the Play with Friends mode, so our matchmaking and stuff like that isn't through like Nintendo or anything. It's in like private lobbies, and we do all the organization within a Discord server. And the Play with Friends mode is very nice because it's a much wider game mode. You can play whatever thing you want. Like anything that you can play in local, like one player mode, you can play in the play with friends mode. So 18s, 3 holes, 9 holes. The scoring is always stroke play though, but obviously we can change that if we want to on our end. And this was a tougher hole 1. So hole 1 oftentimes is one that you want to see nice conditions on. It's oftentimes a straightforward eagle, but why would that be the case in the Pro League? That doesn't happen. Everybody's going to have to just send a guess up there. I hope that this is not an indicator of the whole match. You know, last time hole 1 wasn't great either. We ended up still with 5 under through 7. But it took some good shots. It took a good one on 3 that almost ended up short. It took a real nice one on 5. Like, you know, in the early going of the last round, I hit some really good shots. I remember in my head the ones that I missed, but, you know, I hit some good ones as well. So the minus 20, despite not being the score I was looking for, was still pretty hard fought. And, you know, people are saying, people have moved on to another lobby. Oh, it looks like the other one is off to a good start. People were saying in the last lobby that the seed wasn't good, so I promise you it's not just me saying that over and over and over again. Okay, let's try to take advantage of this good condition here on hole 2. Oh, that's a little short. That's a little short, and I don't think that's going to be on the correct side of the pin. We'll have to see... Oh, we're going to smack it. No breaks. No breaks given in this Pro League. You must hit the absolutely perfect shot in order to get it to fall. Last time we got blocked by the flag. There's another flag, or pin hit, I should say. For some reason, I always miss the birdie on hole 1. Hole 1 is a sneaky, weird green. Like, it's hard to tell exactly how uphill and downhill it is. And it gets slopey at times, too, especially if you have, like, a longer putt. It's just weird. Hole 1 is not one of my favorites. But, you know, this game is so well designed. Like, it's not made to be easy. It's not necessarily made to be fun all the time. You have to practice quite a bit in order to make it fun. It's a good game. It's a well-designed game. Will we see any aces? It looks like we're going to have a bunch of close calls. 2 pin smacks. A couple shots within a foot there. But I don't think we have any aces yet. Logan's still on the tee. Randy versus the Pro League. That would be fun. My in-game avatar, it does intentionally look like me. He's just the default character with my haircut. Oh my goodness, that's now 3 pin smacks out of the lobby here. Wow. If Nintendo gave you the opportunity to make hole 22, how would it look? Ooh. Hole 22. Obviously, it would have to be one of the more difficult ones in the game if we're adding a hole 22. I think... I've never considered this before. What would I make it look like? There'd have to be a shortcut involved. There'd have to be a somewhat risky shortcut. You know, the thing, hole 20 is fairly well designed, except the fact that it's completely guarded by, like, rocks on all sides. It's cool, it's quirky, but it's a little weird. I'm not sure if I like that. But something weird along those lines, or maybe like a huge elevation drop. Like, almost like you're hitting from the top of a cliff to the bottom of a cliff, and, like, maybe it's like a dog leg that you can risk all the way down the hill, or you can lay it up or something like that. There's a couple different ways I could go, I guess. Maybe a huge elevation change, like hitting super downhill to almost like a cliff is the way that I'd go. Am I in the right chat here? I don't think so. I gotta move chats in my Discord. That's not right either. Are we in lobby 3? I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to be chatting. I'm just gonna hit the shots. That's what I'm gonna do. Gotta give this one a good amount of fade to get it underneath a tree. And let it push up to the right enough. Okay, I think that's pretty good. If I give it just a little bit more. That looks like it's going to make it. Okay, perfect. It'll hit the fairway? Question. Oh no, and it just doesn't launch. It just doesn't launch. Oh, that was perfect in every way except it bounces to a stop. This game needed that to launch. That would have been, that was like online. That was right on it. Okay, we'll make the eagle. We'll make the eagle. It was a chip in. It was harder than I thought it should have been, but we'll make it. Like a hole 12. I'd say hole 12, but like to a more extreme extent. I think it does have to hit the rough to launch. Oh, nice chip MH. But yeah, the fact that that was like so perfectly carried that it bunny hopped over the rough and then just stopped short because of that was pretty... I don't think I've ever done that before. That was about as like efficient of a shot as I think you could hit. Like I don't think I could hit that in the air any further than I did and still make it under the tree. The other lobby seems to have some ridiculous things happening in like a good way. Like crazy, like really good shots falling. I hope we can get on their level. Okay, but we're off to, I mean, you know, the same pace as last time. We made it on 3 last time. And, do you think it was because of the fade? The fade usually causes it to launch, because the launch is caused by the ball flying lower and like hitting at an angle that's low enough to not make it bounce. I have a suspicion that when it launches, it's like the putting physics taking over. Like if it doesn't have the angle, if the game doesn't calculate the angle for the ball to bounce back up, it just hugs the ground and glides like a putt. It's weird. It's a feature, I guess you could call it a feature, in like every iteration of this game, so it's clearly intentional-ish, but it is a bit weird. Let's see if we can send a good one up there here. Probably with like that much power. I think that's decent. Hang on, that looks quite good. Take a big bounce, zip back down, make it all the way, please. Oh, you're kidding. Oh boy. This game has been something. It wasn't easy. Was not an easy shot. Not the easiest of conditions. 11 miles an hour, pushing like weirdly diagonally. But the fact that that had the look that it did, and it didn't move far enough back to the left, and just settled right next to the cup, is brutal. Will we see any makes here? That one looks like it's a little bit too far to the right. Got Logan, Anagram, and Knopp still on the tee. It looks... Is Duncan perfect? Or is AP perfect in the other lobby through 5 holes? Like 5 holes, 5 eagles? That's absurd, if that's the case. There might be something historic developing in the other lobby. I wish I could show you. I'm not sure what chat I'm supposed to be in my Discord, so I'm kind of just watching the other the other lobby's chat. Where are all the people I'm playing against? Oh, maybe we're just both chatting in the same lobby. You know, nothing ridiculous has happened here. Just, I think, a couple of eagles on hole 3, which you hope to see a couple on hole 3. Me and MH. So the 2 USAC team members, I think, are in the lead here. I nearly pulled one on 4. Nearly pulled it off, despite some tougher conditions. But we'll just be at 5 under. What's up, Trailbreaker? Welcome in. Do you ever notice how it autocorrects and aligns your putt, centers the ball in the middle of the square? It does. So the grid of the green is actually a very useful alignment tool. It does that all the time. Not just putts, but also when you're off the green. It makes that grid intentionally a very useful alignment tool. Look at this. Another really difficult crosswind on hole 5. It's just not eagle conditions in these seeds that we're getting. Oh, that had been building up for a while. I've been fighting it. Am I in chat one? Okay. I mean, it's another
Nice shot.
decent look at it, though. We can aim way off to the side, try to hit another one up there. We're just trying to chip up there through some really tough wind from really far away. Not the best condition on 5. You want to see at least a couple, like a couple of holes become fairly easy eagles if you get the right conditions. We just haven't seen that really ever happen in these seeds. Like this one can be a putt from inches away sometimes. But what we've been seeing is just like a 20-mile-an-hour crosswind chip from 60 yards. Like, the same hole can give you a tap-in eagle or like a full shot, like extremely difficult eagle. And, you know, the scoring across the board is kind of the same. Someone who gets that tap-in eagle on hole 5, which can happen and does happen, is counted the same as someone who's fighting against these crazy winds. What's up, chill guy? Welcome in. I do have the third shotgun chat. I just don't see anybody in it. I think I'm in the proper one, and we've kind of just mixed it up. Mr. E is also asking if he's in the wrong chat channel, so I guess we're all confused. Mr. E is Anagram. There he is. I guess she is that character. Are we going to see any eagles here? It's, you know, it's doable with this condition. It's not like you can't make the eagle. There are some conditions where it's just not really possible to make, like, super good shots. For example, like, hole 17, sometimes you can ace it. Sometimes an ace is completely out of the question. So it's not like the ace or the eagle is out of the question here. It's doable. But it doesn't look like anybody's done it. Except, I mean, Dylan's still in the fairway. Shouldn't count Dylan out. Yeah, I mean, that's a difficult one. That is a difficult hole 5. Like we saw in the first game. I managed to make the shot in the first game, but I feel like we've seen that type of thing every single time on these holes that are sometimes more doable. Birdies all around, it looks like. Hello, Animali, welcome back. Rick is minus 10 through 6 in the other lobby, and it looks like other people are having some... I just can't catch a break with these seeds, you know. I don't want to compare myself to them because obviously, you know, it's a different thing, but don't want jealousy to take over that maybe they're hitting fantastic shots through some crazy winds. Don't want to make any assumptions. Okay, I mean, this is a fine wind condition, but it's still just like okay. It means that we can avoid all the tree trouble, no problem, but it's still not like fun. We're still hitting a crosswind shot up to that pin. Do I use a special controller? I do play just through the regular Switch Joy-Con. I don't have anything extra. Okay, I think I can carry this tree with the 5-iron, right? Maybe? Hopefully? Let's see. Yeah, that should make it up and over no problem. And that looks quite good. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Roll back. Oh, it's just another near miss. It's just another near miss through some really tough conditions. Just another one right on the edge that doesn't want to... I mean, would that have been a ridiculously lucky shot if it fell? Yes, but... it's just been difficult. Oh, no, 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 no. This is brutal. This is so brutal. This entire Pro League, game after game, really all 8 of them, have just had these... Like, every single win that can be 20 miles an hour is 20 miles an hour. I mean, nearly made that one, nearly pulled it off, and you still end up, no matter what, with like a side hill putt there, and try to tap it. Sometimes the tap works like 90% of the time, but sometimes it misses. Sometimes it still misses. And it's not even like that was a micro putt. Like, that was just one that I gave. You have to hit it really lightly. And I mean, it's a motion control game. You know, it's... for my purposes, I'm gonna mentally frame it as skill issue. If you start blaming things on external things, it's, you know, it's no good. It's no good for your gameplay, but just tough breaks over and over in this thing. Oh, Logan's here. What's up, Logan? Do your cats hate Christmas trees? They mess with it a little bit. I've got my tree right behind me. It's slightly off camera, but I can almost reach out and touch it from there. But they mess with it a little bit. You give them a little clap. They know they're not supposed to be doing it, and they run away. MH will be in the overall lead here, so I'll give back that shot. I feel like in this thing I always have a par on holes 6, 7, or 8. There's always a par in one of those three. Because they're not easy. Here, look at this again. 7 is sometimes a pretty doable one. And just everything that we're seeing in all of these games has like ridiculous... Now granted, this is the Pro League. The pro players should be able to handle this type of thing. But it's just a little... much sometimes to try to do it over and over and over again. I feel like Aiden never misses like perfect bar. Is there something easier being used? Oh no, it's just, I don't know. The putting is, once you get it down, pretty satisfying and like, you know, not super, I don't know, it's difficult, but it's, you know, once you get it down, the feel for it kind of comes pretty easily. And, I don't know, I guess that's about what I have to say about it. It's a little more satisfying once you get it down. This is a difficult one for sure, but I think with this condition, we can put it up and over that tree. Oh, and we'll make it, that'll move to the right a good amount. And that's fine. You know, that had to hit the green to make it all the way there, and it's just tough to tell what the distance is going to be when you're dealing with that crosswind. I don't want to overhit it, because long is bad in this case. That's just a fine leave, and I mean, that's a pretty darn good shot for, or the first 2 shots for this condition. On a hole that is sometimes like, you know, a layup. Not a layup, but like you can get a good look at an eagle on 7. It's possible. We believe you, Windy Aiden. Can we get anything else in any of these? You know, the front 9 hasn't been the best. The back 9 can be completely different. Is the other lobby getting like a ridiculous... The other lobby's on like 15 under through 9. They're saying, what is this seed in a good way? Like in the best possible way. Yeah, the people in my lobby are saying that this is... They're calling it a Tom seed. Tom is... Major Tom, who I play with a good amount. I have a good number of matches with him on video. Major Tom historically tends to, when he's hosting, gets some ridiculous seeds. And this has been one of them. Another one. I keep saying, you know, before every game, we're going to mentally refocus and not allow, like, the previous bad conditions to affect how we're thinking about the next game. But it's just happening over and over. Hole 7, just 7 under. I'm playing decently well. I mean, just a side hill putt on hole 6 on after a near miss. This is going to be another red wind, hole 8. 20 miles an hour. Okay, light wind. Light wind on hole 8. Still have to aim it out to like there, I think. Yeah, I'll call it about there. We'll hit it with a little under 3 dots, I believe, on this 3-iron. And I think that's gonna be I mean, it's gonna be a decent leave. Not the best, not the worst. Just hopefully straight uphill. Ooh, that really zips back. But that's fine. Just an uphill putt.
Nice on.
Not like expecting a make on this hole 8 with 20-mile-an-hour crosswinds. But this is about the best putt you can hope for, about the best angle you can hope for, and we'll sink it. Okay, hole 8, no issue this time. Last time we ended up making a par with a really, you know, downwind shot to a tougher pin. Ooh, there's a very near miss. Who was that just putting it by the hole? Dylan. Dylan, once again, all over it. 3-iron is my hole 8 club now. I'm pretty much in agreement for almost every circumstance. With these middle pins, and especially like the back pins. Even like the front right one. I guess you can take a little off the 3-iron and it's kind of nice. Do all you guys know how to sink every shot with no wind? I wouldn't say like every shot. Some are still much more difficult and much easier than others. Really depends, but most times people have a good idea of what they need to do, and then it's the execution of it that's a little harder. 61 people watching, only 9 likes. Thank you, Laugh Double Love. Oh, is that Dadzilla? I think it is. Welcome, Dadzilla, if that's you. Make your bets over, under, -22. We are on under pace right now. Once again, not the best looking wind. Yeah, 15 miles an hour, just crosswind on hole 9. We had 8 games and we didn't see any, I think, hole 5s or hole 9s with tailwind. It can happen. It's possible to get tailwind on those holes. Just not in the Pro League. Up late, I see. For me, it's not too bad. It's only 9:30 here. Am I going to get a -25 here? I have my doubts. This does not have the makings of a -25 in the early going, or in the front 9. We got a better pin this time around. This one's a little more makeable, even if you miss it. Last time we got the pin that is so punishing. This one is kind of fine. Let's see what we can do about this one. I'm actually going to club up to the 3-iron once again and try to just zip this one up there. So we'll hit it with about a little over 2 dots of power. I like clubbing up to the 3 here for personal reasons. Let's see if we can pull it off. Okay, that's the shot that I wanted. That should land left and long. Hopefully take a big bounce and zip back. No, that doesn't zip. Maybe I played that a little weird. That's probably not the right play. Okay, now we have a tough little putt here. I play that one weirdly a lot of the time, and that zips back down and usually makes it all the way back. Maybe I shouldn't rely on that. I thought that was a consistent strategy. I guess it's not. Do I drink water or... Not during... I'm not usually on long enough to have to worry about that too much. Okay, let's see if we can sink a ridiculous looking putt here. That looks like a good... No, it's going to miss long. Okay, I had no idea how that was going to slope down there. And now we'll make another par. And that wasn't a... I mean, that's on me. That wasn't a terrible condition. That's a pin that you should be making birdies on. Or at least putting it close. 36-foot side hill putt is not what you want to leave yourself there. Did I play that aggressive? It wasn't an aggressive play. I just thought that would spin after taking a huge bounce. Like, I intentionally put it on the back mound to get that huge bounce and the spin that comes with it. It just didn't happen. There's a nice looking shot from MH that'll just miss. Okay. You know, that's where you want to... That's the miss you want to have. Just leave it like on the other side of that bowl, and it's just a straight putt through the bottom of it, back up to the top. Second game did not go great. It looks like one lobby is having an absolute, like, fantastic time. And you know, it's not just me. Everybody in this seed. Dylan just says our seed is actually such... Not a bad thing, but not something that I want to say on stream. Just kind of in between. It's just not fun to play these struggle conditions. This one was on me. Can't blame that par on the seed. That was on my weird strategy that didn't work. We'll move on to the back 9. 8 under. We'll have to make a 15 under par on the back 9. These seeds, man, I feel like I report back to my team every week like, hey, played pretty well, seeds weren't it. And that's going to be it again. I mean, I'm playing less well, I guess, in this game. But still, though, it's just... I don't even know. We need a restart. Yeah, we need a restart. We need to play again. Just act like this one didn't happen, like we're still in the lobby. What would this be, like 40 minutes later? I mean, look at this. We get the impossible back pin. I think that's 2... We got it last week once. There's a 1 in 6 chance of any pin. And we get that one twice in 2 weeks. Now, granted, it's like a fine wind condition, but you always see a pretty fine wind condition on hole 10. It's just that we get that pin. I don't want to get that pin. I want to play a different one sometime. Let's aim it to there. Gotta use the 7, bounce it up there. The struggle of this league and the conditions that we seem to see in it. Is that going to make it all the way back there? I don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit short. It's tough to tell with any sort of wind how much you have to put on it. I feel like I leave that long every time, so that's fine. Okay, just a birdie on 10. 9 under. Oh man. That was makeable one. I mean, the past 2 have been decent looks. I mean, that pin on hole 10, not what you want to see. It's almost like getting the back right pin on hole 2. You just have no chance other than trying to pinball it up there and hope that you get a good bounce off some wonky slopes. Am I getting a switch too? I think so. Pretty soon. We'll see. Then went 18 with 2 pars and a bogey. Oh man. That's similar to my last game. Except, wow, 18 with 2 pars and a bogey. So other than that, that would be on pace for like a 22. That would be pretty darn good. With, you know, birdies on most of them. I have been really trying my best to, you know, not complain about the seeds on here. And we have 2 people here, MH and Dylan, in my chat, kind of just saying the same things I've been saying. Like, what is this? We're playing against... We're fighting an uphill battle, because we're fighting against scores, like purely scores. Conditions don't really matter, it's just the score that you get. And you can hit a really good -22 when the winds are yellow and red every single time. Or you can hit a really good -27 when the winds are blue and 0, you know, 5 or 6 times. What are we going to get here on 11? Strong wind, looks like it. 9 miles an hour, second to maximum wind. Let's just try our best to have fun. We're having fun playing Switch Sports Golf. It's a beautiful Friday evening. I've got nothing better to do. Let's hit some shots. Let's hit some good shots towards the end of this match. Towards the end of this entire season. That one looks decent, but not like a make. That's just going to roll back slightly.
Nice approach.
All about the back 8. This one's all about the back 8. I mean, 11, oftentimes an ace chance. Not a ton of the time, but...
Nice birdie.
You know, that one was among the more difficult ones you can see on 11. You know, second to maximum wind. One of the tougher pins. I kind of like that pin. A lot of people seem to call that their least favorite pin. Show them how it's done, Dylan. Let's see MH make an ace here. That's pretty good looking if that makes it all the way back. It's gonna zip down. I think that was the 5-iron. Oh, it just doesn't quite make it. The GF is out of town, which is why there we go, Dylan. There we go, Dylan. Fantastic shot. Absolutely, show him how it's done. Is he still in the chat? I hope he's still in the chat. Ooh, that one looks good from Anagram. That might roll back and fall. Are we going to see 2 aces? We will. 2 aces on one of the more difficult setups on this hole 11. You know, this is the Pro League. People are going to make shots, even if the conditions aren't, like, purely perfect. There's a fantastic 2 aces from Dylan and from Mr. E/Anagram. We got a couple people from this actual game here watching, which is always fun. Bubbles got a minus 25. Wow, congratulations, Bubbles. I do have, for people asking, I have multiple streams going at once, multiple platforms, so I can see all the chats. We are so back. You know what? This is a fantastic seed from here on out. 12 through 13. You know what? We have some... What do we have here? 11 miles an hour. It's 11 miles an hour. It's a weird pin. It's actually kind of a fine pin. Okay, so maybe never mind. Just got to take a little bit off of this. Do we have to hit the 3 iron, or do we want to really bounce this spoon up there? I'm trying to step it up. I'm really trying. Jason, welcome to what has been one of the more, I don't even know what to call it, back-to-back 18 holes. Just ridiculous wins over and over and over.
Nice shot.
Is that going to be it? No, it's going to be a little bit short. Hopefully that takes a nice little bounce and doesn't roll too far back. Oh, it's going to roll really far back. Okay, that needed more power. I wasn't exactly sure what we needed with all that tailwind. Okay. Just got a little uphill putt here. Nothing much to it. 31 feet away. Gotta hit it with plenty of power to get it up that hill. That looks pretty good. Oh, it doesn't. No, 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 no. Hole 12. Have I lost focus a little bit? You know, it's tough to... It's tough. It's been difficult. The idea of beating my best scores quickly went out the window with how that front 9 went, especially from like hole 5 on, but I'm trying my best. I thought that was a good read on that putt. I thought that was a pretty good power. You know, I feel like you typically need more than you think on hole 12. That just wasn't it. I've had a couple missed putts. Hasn't been my day on that front. You know, earlier, when I was streaming earlier, kind of just like my regular daily stream, I wasn't 100% sure if I'd be playing today, so I was streaming earlier. I played Braybear, and we got like a beautiful seed. I got a nice minus 24. And it was like, you know, I was like, you know what? I hope we didn't waste it. I hope we get a similar thing later. Absolutely did not happen. Absolutely got the opposite of that. You do only take your top 3 scores, so even if I do pretty poorly here, like I'm still positioned pretty well overall. Like a 24, 23, 22 is what I'm currently at. Like that's not bad. It's something I definitely think I can improve upon. But you know, you gotta take what you get. And the taking hasn't been there, to say the least. Especially, it seems like, these past 2 weeks. Let's get a 24-hour stream. I don't think I could personally do that. That's a lot. Nice graphic. Got to give your editor a raise. Why, thank you. Minus 10 in 4 games in ranked last night. I think I was there for like 2 or 3 of them. Ranked is now absurd. Like the scores that people are putting up on a consistent basis. Like usually, like a 13 or a 14 used to be like a personal best for most players. And, you know, now people are getting that like on the regular. Like you have to score that to win a game. Like it used to be 10 and 11 and, you know, occasional 12 or 13. Now it's like you have to hit a 13. I don't know this pin. It's the one pin on this green that I'm not exactly sure what to do on. What do we do? What do we do for this one? I feel like almost every time I end up missing it on the left side. So I'm going to try to go for a square to the right and hope for a good bounce here. I think that's decent. Is that too much juice on it? It may be. I don't think that's going to zip. Just another miss to the left. No makes. Wow. A couple really close calls. Much closer than me. I mean, I'm 2.5 feet away. It's 0 wind, but I gave it a shot. It was slightly long. That pin, I just don't quite know. How many hours straight would I stream for $1 million? What? $1 million? Whatever it takes. Until my legs cannot stand. One of my teammates didn't even play for a week, so that's the reason we're pretty... Oh, 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, usually in the long run, your scores kind of revert to a mean, and you get, you know, doable conditions some of the time, and you can put up some good scores. I feel like I just haven't had those type of rounds. I just typed in the chat when it looked like I was, like, just quiet for a second. Like, if I remember right, I've had 7 out of 8, like, certifiably brutal seeds. Like, seeds where if I were to make, like, even, like, a 24 would be, like, absurd. Like, I'd have to hit a whole bunch of ridiculous shots to make it happen. And sometimes you can just do that. Like, you know, you have a couple nice pins and wind combos that are more doable. Just hasn't happened. We're hitting some good shots. Thank you. It's been, I mean, a struggle. Especially this game. Oh, nice Logan's, excuse me. Nice chip from the bunker there that just trickles in for Logan. I think, you know, a lot of this lobby's on a pretty good pace. For the seed. For the seed. Like, the fact that there are, like, some minus, I think, 15s is what the lead is currently at. Through these 13 holes that we have played. Like, a minus 15 through 13 is what a lot of these players are, like, expecting as, like, a baseline. But MH, Anagram, Dylan, and Nop have played fantastic rounds considering what we've seen. Alright, we've got another look here at hole 14. Oh, is it going to be strong wind in the face? We can't make this. 15 miles an hour is the threshold where you don't go for the shortcut, and we have to go for, like, a long second shot. This has been, like, just over and over these two games. Just, like, every time the reveal of the next hole comes up, it's just, like, disheartening. It's brutal. Now we have an upwind second shot. What can we even do? I think just driver, and of course we have the pin that's guarded by the bunker. Send a driver up there as far as we can. Try to bounce this up onto the green, and we'll probably have to hit like a 30-footer. Could it have carried the bunker? I guess it could have. But we'll have that little 30-footer. 30.8. Wow, I call that almost perfectly. When was the last time I played Global? I played a couple games before I got on here. Just to, you know, warm up, get used to the game a little bit after a couple hours off. I was streaming earlier, so I just wanted to try to lock back. And it wasn't like I was playing with the random bot, my robot caddy. So I was trying to refocus on playing like super competitive. Can we make a putt? No, that's going to move back left. I can't make a putt today. Good thing the World Cup is tomorrow. Good thing we are not playing that today. Good thing I already have 3 fairly decent scores on the scoreboard. This was a hard-fought eagle. 14 is oftentimes pretty straightforward. That took a good drive, a pretty good second shot, and it would have had to be a nice putt. A lot of people are a long way away, and a lot of people are making it. A couple of nice eagles there. I just cannot believe my eyes what we've been seeing these past 2 weeks of this Pro League. What time is the cup? Am I going to stream it? I don't... When it comes to those, like, super competitive games, I typically don't like streaming them. Because, like, when I stream, I like to, you know, make it be interactive. And, you know, whoever comes through, if they've never played this game before, and they're just interested in what they're seeing, and they're asking questions, like, I can talk about, like, how to get backspin, and if I play golf in real life, and stuff like that. But if I'm playing, like, you know, competitive games, especially when I have a teammate counting on me to be completely focused, I tend to just... Ooh, nice chip, MH. Speaking of teammates, look at that chip. Fantastic. I tend to just record it locally and edit it and post it. This one's kind of the in-between, where it's a bit more casual and, like, not... I feel like I'm able to focus enough on stream for this one. A lot of the time. I've put up some good scores. I think I'm still in the top 10 overall. Unless I get beat this week, which it looks like there's a good chance I will with some of the what seems to be going on in the other lobbies.
Nice shot.
What if I just hold out the last, like, 5 here? 15, 16, 17, 18. Or 4 holes, I should say. It's hard to focus and stream with chat. Yeah, I try to make it fun. I try to play, like, you know, it wouldn't be fun if I was just purely playing casually on here. Because, you know, I play competitively most of the time. And, like, that's usually just how I play. So I try to play competitive a decent amount. It's hard to always be playing competitive when I'm on here. But, I like to play a lot of competitive games not live, so I can be, like, purely focused and it's just, like, quiet and I'm purely thinking about the shot that I'm hitting. But, you know, I've wanted to make content for this game, and part of what comes with that is needing to be able to focus while also interacting and commentating. I enjoy commentating the game. I enjoy when other people are hitting nice shots and I get to get loud about it. Imagine a stream of Aiden completely locked in, not saying a word. I couldn't do that. Like, I could not possibly do that. I totally get you. I was just curious because it'd be fun to see you real locked in. It would be, but, like, the couple of times when I've, like, accidentally forgot about the chat, like, someone comes in and like, oh, just another streamer that doesn't say anything. I'm like, oh, how long have you been here? Like, oh, another streamer that doesn't interact with the chat. It seems to always happen whenever I, like, take a second and really lock in. Plus, some people can get tips real time and take your elo. You know, that's a concern that people have had. I trust that people aren't going to be, like, doing that. It's kind of like a known no-no in the general gaming community. Now, are there, like, kids who play this game and stuff like that? Like, people who might not necessarily know who might do that type of thing? Yeah, but for the most part, I tend to trust that people are going to play fair. And I don't want to go out of my way to make this less live and less interactive just because I'm worried about people cheating with, like, no... Even if it were to happen, there'd be, like, no way to actually prove it, so I tend to not worry about it. Everyone can learn so much about this game watching Aiden videos with commentary. Maybe not this one. Maybe not this one, but for the most part, I think I try my best to put some, you know, pretty focused, good rounds on video. But thank you, I appreciate that. I could make an entire short with hypothetical questions. I could. Ooh, what is this? 26 miles an hour. I think we got to go down to the spoon and spoon this one up there. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. It's not like we're going to beat our scores, so why not go for something fun like that and make it all the way through? I wouldn't recommend. Ooh, someone, like, flew the green. I guess you can do that from the right pins. Not from my T-spot. From my T-spot, you got to get a real lucky aim, really. I mean, that visually clipped through all the trees and still made it. You know, that'll be the silver lining I take from this round is, how about that shot on 16? Remember that one? You talking about each shot and stuff was what made me sub. I feel like I can't not do it. And I'm glad that people enjoy it, because if they didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be able to stop. Not going to be a make. I thought I just could roll that down there, aimed right at it. It sloped so far left. The wind was pushing so far right. I thought they could about cancel out. Didn't happen. We'll have to tap in a birdie. Okay, we'll get one to fall. We'll get a little side hiller to fall. What does ELO stand for? ELO is the last name of the guy who invented the system. Like, what was his name? His name was... I think he was like a physicist, or at least a mathematician. It's based on Arpad Elo, the inventor of the Elo rating system. Initially, ooh, what a chip. Was that Dylan for an eagle? You know, Dylan's going to put together a great score. I really wish we could have had a nicer seed, not just for the purposes of me trying to score better, but just to see what Dylan could do playing like this and having more opportunities. Like, Dylan has been all over the cup over and over with some tough conditions. Like, clearly he's locked in. you just can't make every shot when you're dealing with red wind, yellow wind, stuff like that. But Dylan's playing well enough that like he could have put together a fantastic score if he just had more opportunities. You're the reason I bought Switch Sports. I appreciate your videos. They are fun and educational. I enjoyed the Randy the Robot cat. Thank you. I was hoping that the robot would be fun and not just like... I was hoping I could make it fun and not be like, oh, wedge, we're hitting the wedge. You know, you have some fun with Randy. I just saw, you know, out of the corner of my eye, I was watching that Mr. E dunk out. That was an absurd one. Dylan's going to be at 20 under through 16. Now, is that what he's hoping to score? I know Dylan, I know that's what he's like hoping to score as a baseline, but the fact that he was able to pull that off in this lobby, like I feel like that's on pace for like a 26 in a real seed. Max wind in the face on 17. Why not? 11 miles an hour. Actually, can we reach this with 11? We're going to find out. I don't think so. I don't think we can get all the way up there. Yeah, we're just going to probably bounce to a stop. Oh wait, that launches. Okay, we actually can get there. Can't get all the way to the cup, and I'm not sure if everyone can get there, but... Nope, someone else launched with me. Okay, so it's doable. We'll send a little putt up there for a birdie on 17. Now, this is a little bit of an unfair one because, like, a full driver, I think for Logan and maybe the people in the bottom tee spot, I don't think launches like mine did. Hole 17 is so weird with, like, when you launch and when you don't launch. Like, sometimes, like, in that spot, you launch and you want to launch. Sometimes, like, the top tees can put it on the green nicely, no problem. The bottom tees will glide it over the back no matter what. It's so... it's one of those conditions. 16 and 17 are so tee position dependent if you get certain wind conditions, and I think this might have been one of them. Oh my goodness, MH, who it looks like had the tee position that didn't launch, nearly chips it back in. And that's about as close as that's about as good of a shot as you can hit without making it. I mean, this has been the seed of, like, that happens to you a couple times and it just deflates your score. Imagine if we all had the same T-spots online. I think there is some fun to having variation to it, but this topic of conversation came up. Ooh, nice chip anagram. This conversation came up like not too long ago, and someone was saying like, well, if you're the best players in the world, or like you want the best players in the world to face challenges, and you know, you want there to be some RNG for people to like overcome and stuff like that. Like if they're truly the best and not just like, you know, purely memorizing conditions and stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely does cause differences in fairness sometimes. Although we do see two very, very nice... A chip in, was that a long putt from the short fairway for Logan? Does anyone study where the front fairway of 17 will launch roll? Probably. Personally, I haven't. I tend to just try my best. Thanks for everything, Aiden. Gonna get the global match and see if I can gain some rank. Good luck, Tom. Have some fun playing global. Is this gonna be zero wind on this final hole? It is. Zero wind, hole 18. Not a pin that's the most albatrossable. In fact, like the one pin that is like pretty difficult with zero wind to make it on. Like back left pin, totally albatrossable. Front middle pin, totally albatrossable. Top middle, kind of fine. Middle right, or like, you know, that back part of the green, totally albatrossable. The one behind this one, totally albatrossable. This one, not so much. This one's a bit difficult. I think what I'll want to do is send like a flyer up there. And hopefully this just kind of takes a bounce on the short fringe or somewhere like that. Oh, it just ends up... Did that clip like an inch onto the green, bounce super high? That usually glides to a stop. This has been the game of just things going weird. And now I have another longish putt to try to make the eagle. Can I make a putt? I can. The ball can go in the hole from a long way away sometimes. I was hoping to have that like hit the fringe or the front fairway, and when it does that, it bounces a bit lower and kind of glides up there, and that was on a great line. I thought I had the power. It was just slightly too long. I mean, you can't be mad about an eagle, though. It's not the easiest one. Oh, Dylan might do it. Dylan might do it. Wow, Dylan. The number of shots that Dylan has left super close, and he's still put together a fantastic 2 rounds, despite all the conditions. Dylan is on one today. I mean, the scores that Dylan put up in the first and second game, and the number of shots that he like left close otherwise, absurd. Sorry if you answered already, but when is the next World Cup event? I'll have the video out, I believe Sunday morning is when it should be released. My opponent is the other USA team. We matched up USAC, which is my team, and MH's team. MH is, I think, done already. But we're playing against the other USA team, the D team. That's how our draw went with the bracket. So it's actually a rematch of the qualifiers, which is pretty fun. We're gonna see if they can get their revenge, or if we can hold seed. Is this ranked or is it fun? It's definitely a competitive game, and that right there is exactly what I was trying to do. See that little glide shot that Logan got? I was hoping to do exactly that. You know, if you miss it, it just ends up like a touch short. If you make it, it just glides up to the pin. Not to be distracted. This is like the Switch Sports Golf Pro League. So this is every weekend, a whole bunch of people play at like set times. And it's like run through the same Discord as the ranked league. It's just a separate league. And it's a team league too. So we have 4 people on my team. Unfortunately today, my scores are not going to improve. An 18 under and I believe a 20 under are not 2 of my better rounds. But, you know, Dylan, Anagram, Nop with some good scores there. MH with a 20. That was a tough seed. Even if I played well, I don't think I was beating 22 on either of those. You just have to get good conditions. You have to have doable wins to make a couple shots and give yourself nice putts. Just didn't happen today. We'll see if we can make it happen next season. We'll shift our focus now back to the World Cup, which is going to be continuing this... tomorrow is when the game will happen. I'll have the video out on Sunday morning, I think. Unless I can hustle and get it out Saturday night, but I have my doubts. Those usually take a little while. But thank you all for joining. Apologies for the, you know, not great gameplay. I was really hoping to put together 2 rounds this week. The game said otherwise. My shots said otherwise. It's a combination of, you know, not the best conditions versus not the best shots. But we'll be back. We'll be back with a new season in the new year. We'll be back with better shots, hopefully, in the next video, which will be the World Cup. Once again, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching.